So it seems like the name of the game in FPV right now is speed. Not talking about how fast you can actually go around the track, but our goggle speed, our latency speed, our speed of our radio, all that fast stuff. And we got in the Micro Ranger here finally. These have been on pre-order forever. And I got it in, and we're going to update it, install it, bind it, and all that good stuff here today. So I am Chad. This is the Dorky of 40 RC channel. Let's get to it. So the whole big deal is here. I have the Radiomaster TX16S Mark II. That does have Express LRS built into it. Problem is, it only goes up to 250 milliwatts. Flying outside and all that stuff is fine, but for our indoor racing, I can't push the wattage and the speeds that I want to get. I want that 500 hertz or even 1,000 megahertz speed, you know, to reduce the latency even more. Now, am I going to notice any of that? I don't know, probably not. But the good thing about FPV is that people smarter than I have already figured this stuff out. They know that we can run at faster update speeds and all that stuff, and it's going to like improve our stick latency. It's going to reduce jitter, all that kind of stuff. We've got Betaflight presets that we can apply to smooth out the RC signals even more and just make everything as crisp and as perfect as we can. I also, since we're flying inside, I'm battling the fact that I couldn't push anything further than 250 with the Radiomaster and its power requirement. So, you know, the whole goal here is to put the Ranger in here, you know, push it up to 500 milliwatts of power, 1 watt if we have to, whatever, and try to at least land at like the 500 megahertz speed, whether we're running at 500 megahertz LoRa or FLRS, you know, the faster protocols that are built into here, just something to gain us a little bit more than just the standard base 250. Now, the big thing, there's been some news about the Ranger here the past couple days that if you get one of these, make sure you do not plug an XT30 into here. Evidently, they took their time and decided to put crappy boards in here, so make sure you don't plug your XT30 into there and blow it up. So this all should be pretty simple. Updating modules with Express LRS really could not be easier. It's the problem is when you start getting into like your quads and stuff, you know, the Wi-Fi and all that stuff for me has always just been hit or miss. It's not rainbows and butterflies like everybody says. The pass-through mode, I end up usually having to take them apart, resolder the boot pins on the back of the little receivers and, you know, flash them that way. So the first thing we'll do is we really just need to flash the module. I don't need to flash and update all the receivers to the current version if I didn't want to. I'm going to anyway. It looks like 3.1.2 is pretty much the newest version, but that's really for like PWM receivers. I don't have any of those, but we'll just go ahead and flash to it anyway. So we'll bring up the desktop here, and what we're going to do is just go ahead and start Express LRS Configurator, which I just updated, and we are going to be doing the Radiomaster. I almost clicked on Flywoo. I'm so used to picking on that. And it has its own target. So this is the Ranger Micro 2400. So if we wanted to, we should be able to just plug this into the back of the actual radio and flash it that way and with the Wi-Fi, but I'm actually just going to plug it in here to the USB and try to do it that way. So we've got all of my, you know, home stuff all set up and all that good stuff. And we're going to go ahead and select what COM port it's plugged into. And then we're just going to click build and flash. And this should be pretty easy. We'll let this thing just run through here for the next minute or two. And it should get it updated. And we'll install it here in the back of the radio. And we'll see if we got some magic. All right, success. That is all good. Make sure to update the Lua script. We can go ahead and download the Lua script, and just for safety's sake, shouldn't be a whole lot different than what we have right now, but we'll just go ahead and do it. So let's just unplug this baby. And what we're going to have to do is a couple things. So we'll turn the radio on first here. We're going to need to tell the radio to actually look for the external module now instead of the internal module. I use the same model for all of my Express LRS things. So if I can remember how to do this here, we go into model, and then we can scroll over to internal RF, off, and then we're going to go over to external RF and turn that on and move that to CRSF. And as far as the baud rate goes, we'll turn that up as fast as we can, and we will see what happens. So now we really just need to go ahead and pop the back of this off and pop the Ranger module in. We got a light back there. And let's see here. Let's see if we can reach it with the Lewis script. So we'll press on the Express LRS Lewis script. All right, and it's saying that we are on the actual Ranger here, which is good. I want to just check out some settings here, see if there's... We're going to leave our telemetry on standard, packet rate. We're going to go ahead and crank that all up to... We don't want to run the duplicate. And there is 500 hertz LoRa right there. 50 hertz, don't want to go to there. Let's just go ahead and go to... We'll go ahead and set it to 500 hertz just because I'm afraid that 1,000 might not work inside of the building. And a lot of people I talked to said that they were running 500. Now, I don't know if they were running 500 because they couldn't actually get any more out of the radio, kind of like me. We were kind of bound to what that could do. But we'll just go ahead and put it at that. So we're going to run at 500 megahertz, 500 milliwatts, and all of that good stuff. And we can go ahead and exit out of here. We should be able to... I can hear the fan in the module actually kicking on already. So that's cool. It's obviously at full power because it's looking for a signal. Now all we should have to do is just plug our quad in here and we should be connected here. And we are. Let's see if I can actually go ahead and control my LEDs and everything. So yeah, we're good. We are running. We're running at 500 hertz now, so we've got some extra speed on there. That's totally awesome. Now, if we wanted to, when we get to the actual track, we can go ahead and run a test on here, and we can see if we're running at 1,000 hertz and if we're missing packets and stuff. Obviously, it's hard to tell when you're racing. Maybe if I have some time, I can take the quad and stick it like in a farther place away from like where we actually are and see if I'm getting any packet errors or anything like that at all. So that is pretty sweet. As far as when it comes to power, I'm just leaving the power set at 500 milliwatts. Really haven't got into like the whole dynamic power yet and everything. So we will see, you know, where we actually end up. But yeah, we will go ahead and run at the 500 FLRS and see what we can get going on. I'm pretty excited that this is working. That worked out very, very well. Always love it when it happens. Now we still need to go into beta flight and we need to change our configuration for the radio preset to the actual 500 megahertz speed, you know, for the feed forward jitter control and all of that stuff. So what we got to do is we got to close down our good friend Express LRS here, open up beta flight. And then, of course, we'll have to do this on like every one of our quads. So we've got 3 tiny trainers here, one of them being the Tiny Trainer V2. So we'll have to take care of that one as well. And this is pretty simple, easy stuff to do. Again, I'm not going to update these receivers. I might try updating one just to see if I can notice any difference at all. with the receiver having the same, but I doubt it. So we'll just go into here and we just type ELRS, and there is, yeah, see, they don't even have a 1000 hertz link set up yet. So we'll just go ahead, preset. So we'll just go ahead and leave it on 500, and then I'll go back and forth between FLRS and LoRa and see which one will give us the best results. So that's it for the quad. So it's ready to go, and we've got everything just running, fan running away here, everything running good. And we'll just go ahead and plug this in one more time, and we've got telemetry, we've got everything going on here. We can control our lights on our switch. We've got our motor beeps, all that good stuff. So I am perfectly happy and fine and believe that everything is just going to work beautifully now. Can't test fly anything right now because it's dark and raining out. But that's it, guys. We got the Micro Ranger running here, and we will do some follow-up video and let you guys know how it actually performs inside the building. You know, we'll get you some DVR so you can see just how crazy and big and nuts it is inside there. So that's it. We will talk to you guys later. Hope you all are doing well. Peace.